And I'm Richie, and we go to First Congregational Church of Bellingham in Washington State.
So, 2 animals of every species on the whole planet. So, there are 2,500 species of amphibians, 3,500 mammals, 6,000 reptiles, 8,600 birds, 7,000, these are all species, 7,000 species of worms, 50,000 species of arachnids, and 900,000 species of insects.
And that's just the ones that we know of and the ones that aren't extinct yet. So, the only vessel truly capable of holding all these is our spaceship Earth. And the Earth is our ark. You know, there's no other big ship for us all to seek refuge in when our flood comes, which is terrifying, but reality. And right now we are once again facing a flood of catastrophic proportions. A flood of people, a flood of poverty, a flood of violence, a flood of hate and greed, and of course the actual flooding of the coastlines and rivers around the world.
Some floods. There are so many interpretations to this story, but we're talking about floods. I am so lucky and privileged to have been born in this situation, in the location that I was. Emma and I were so lucky to go to the gun violence activism workshop this afternoon. Here we were reminded of not only the gun violence in our country, but the immigration and family separation injustices and the Muslim travel ban that was passed by our Congress just this morning. A flood. My good friend Michelle recently immigrated to the United States with her family, and when I was talking to her about a lot of these issues, she said, I feel powerlessness and hopelessness. That really described what I feel when I hear about a lot of these issues, the emotion of this flood of powerlessness. So, what do we do now? Where do we go from here?
Well, when humans fill the earth with violence, everyone suffers. Even the animals, even the plants, and even our own planet. When human hearts turn corrupt and filled with evil, the consequences for the innocent are unbearable.
But then in this story, there's still that dove, and it shows up out of nowhere. And it doesn't bring an olive branch at first, but it still comes. And sometimes it's really hard to find that hope in that dove, but I still remember the March for Our Lives and student activism this year. Even here in Hawaii with over 5,000 people when they were just hoping for just 100, the repeal of the family separation policy because of American protest and outrage, to even the Local 5 activism that one job should be enough to take care of families here in Hawaii, and the rally that is happening tomorrow, hope is on the way. The dove is here.
Yeah, I mean, these are all of our doves, our glimpses of hope in the future. And personally, for the last 4 years, I've gone to our Teen Lobby Day over Martin Luther King Jr. weekend in Olympia, the capital of Washington State, and going to talk about like female reproductive rights. But going and seeing all of the young people who show up to talk to their legislators about how they're not representing who they're supposed to be and their affiliates, and how they are, sorry, I could say a lot, but just a lot of problematic things are happening at really high levels, as I'm sure you all know. But seeing all the people who are there talking about also women's reproductive rights, talking about Black Lives Matter movement, immigration laws, and other policies that youth often don't get to have a huge say in. We have to fight for that say. And also it's reassuring though that those people who I get to see on the Capitol steps in the future are going to grow out of being teens and can no longer do Teen Lobby Day, but every day is a lobby day if you want it to be, you know? So
Amen.
I recommend also just that everyone gets out there and does the best that they can to make their voices heard, but it's about Noah.
All right, let's take a moment of silence for all the feelings that we may have of hopelessness or powerlessness, and remember this story.
In God's name we pray, amen.